Good Shabbos. This week, we heard reports of the explosion of anti-Semitic attacks around the world, including in Australia. The numbers have gone up exponentially, really, greater degree than before. And it's worrying and concerning. You've also heard this week from many Holocaust survivors, and that's important. It's important for us to hear them bear witness to the greatest atrocity that humanity has ever perpetrated and what we suffered, we the Jewish people suffered. It's important so that it never happens again. It's important to lay witness to that which contradicts all the Holocaust denial that we're seeing around the world. It's mind-boggling that there can be such a thing when there's testimony of witnesses and we have videos and this just overwhelming evidence. It's just mind-boggling. But of course, it's in order to whitewash anti-Semitism. And it's important to make sure that such atrocities don't happen even in a lesser degree, like we're seeing in Ukraine, around to anyone else. And it's important for us to realize the degree or how low humanity can fall and fail, how an enlightened society can become such barbarians by taking on lies and actually incorporating this hatred into their way of thinking and into their way of conduct. And it's important that we hear the witnesses who are becoming fewer and fewer by the year. And hear them, their stories, so that we are aware of this scourge. And it's important that we understand the reality of Jewish history so that we are on guard. However, I would like to read from an article from Deborah Lipstadt, professor at Emory University, who's an expert in anti-Semitism. She fought David Irving's Holocaust denial and won in the United States court. And she's actually now the envoy for the United States, an envoy for anti-Semitism. Yet together with her appreciation of anti-Semitism, she writes the following. Most Jews will immediately step forward when Jews anywhere are being attacked by anti-Semites. This is, of course, as it should be. What is regrettable, however, is that for some Jews, the fight against anti-Semitism becomes the sum total of their Jewish identity. She writes about a father who laments the fact that the sum total of his children's Judaism is the fact that he trained them to fight anti-Semitism. However, he regrets that they have no idea about Jewish tradition and culture. And she says that his comments made me sad. Anti-Semitism has become the drummer to which his family's Jewish identity marches. They know of Jew as object, not subject. In other words, what is done to Jews becomes far more significant than what Jews do. Repeat that. What is done to Jews becomes far more significant than what Jews do. This well-intentioned Jewish father has deprived his children of a rich and multifaceted legacy. They have been taught to see themselves mainly as perennial victims. This cedes to the oppressor control over one's destiny. It leaves many Jews, including this man's children, aware of what to be against, but not what to be for. Whereas Barry Weiss, the former New York Times columnist, puts it, the Jewish people were not put on earth to be anti-Semites. We're put on earth to be Jews. When children grow up with the attitude that we are Jews because of the Holocaust, because of anti-Semitism. That's a very sad religion. It's a religion full of negativity. Why should they continue on with it? And so it's sad that the Pew report, the Gen 17 report here in Australia, when asked what is the most important, what is essential to being Jewish, the answer that receives the greatest number is remembering the Holocaust. Over 70% say that is what's most important being Jewish. That's sad. And it's going down. It's not going down because other things are going up. It's going down because if that's what it means to be Jewish, remembering Holocaust, anti-Semitism, then why do I want to be part of something so sad and negative? It's vital that we educate our children to the positives, to the joy, to the good there is in Yiddishkeit. It's imperative that we do so for ourselves, because we're not put on earth to be anti-Semites, although we do have to do that as well. We're put on earth to be Jews, to live as Jews. And we have such a rich, beautiful heritage for ourselves, for our children, that we must focus on. That will bring such meaning and purpose to our life. It's the most beautiful thing we can have in this world. Let us incorporate it in our life. Remembering the Holocaust, vital. Doing things to combat anti-Semitism, very important. But more important still is the joy and the appreciation of what Yiddishkeit really is all about. It's about the connection with Hashem and bringing godliness into this world, ultimately through the coming of Mashiach. Good Shabbos.